and creating dreams through music, chat, and debate. Empowering expression, enriching society. A go-to place for unsigned musical talent. A radio station which listens to its audience. Free speech, vibrant, engaging. Stream worldwide 24/7. Events, competitions, promotions. Always keen to have a listening ear. Contact us. hello@dreamcatcherradio.com.
Dreamcatcher Radio.
Well, good morning, and welcome to a wonderful Monday. What a weekend we've had. Do you know what? I was thinking today, I had so many good plans on Friday of things that I wanted to get done on the weekend. I achieved literally next to nothing. So it's moved on to today. I'm now hoping that I can achieve what I was supposed to achieve on the weekend. But it was busy. Lots of phone calls and lots of decisions being made. Albeit, I'm gutted that I didn't get stuff done that I wanted to get done. Hey, hell, it's life, isn't it? It's life. You don't know what's going to happen some days. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. It's lovely weather again today. Absolutely fantastic. The only thing I don't like is the sweaty bit. So anyway, here's Katy Perry.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
I know a place where the grass is really greener. Warm, wet and wild. There must be something in the water. Sipping gin and juice, laying underneath the palm trees. And the birds break their necks, trying to creep a little sneak peek.
What?
You could travel the world, but nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. Once you party with us, you'll be falling in love. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top. Sun-kissed skin so hot, will melt your popsicle. California girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce, we got it on lock. West Coast represent, now put your hands up. Sex on the beach, we don't mind standing on stilettos. We freak in my Jeep, Snoop Doggy Dogg on the stereo. You could travel the world, but nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. Once you party with us, you'll be falling in love. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top. Sun-kissed skin so hot, will melt your popsicle. California girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce, we got it on lock. West Coast represent, now put your hands up.
Tone, tan, fit and ready. Turn it up, cause it's getting heavy. Wild, wild, West Coast. These are the girls I love the most. I mean the ones, like she's the one. Kiss her, touch her, squeeze her buns. The girl's afraid she drive a Jeep and live on the beach. I'm okay, I won't play, I love the bay, just like I love LA, Venice Beach, and Palm Springs. Summertime is everything, homeboys banging out, all that ass hanging out. Bikinis, zucchinis, martinis, no weenies, just the king and the queenie. Katie, my lady, look at here, baby, I'm all up on you, cause you representing California.
Girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on
That's a nice little start for Monday morning, I believe. I was thinking yesterday, so I went to the local shops. It's only about a 5-minute walk there and back, and it was fine. The walk was perfectly fine. I then get home and unpacked the little bit of shopping that I bought, and I started sweating in the home. I didn't feel it at the time when I was walking, but, 15 minutes of sweating, I was thinking, God, why am I sweating? I'm not doing anything. But that's how it was working for me. Glastonbury, that's been busy, isn't it? Bit of Robbie Williams there. I know this is a little bit deep for Monday morning, and I promise you I will not continue on the subject matter after this little bit of verbiage So please allow me that opportunity to talk about Lucy Connolly again, who's in prison, who ought not to be in prison. 1000% ought not to be in prison. And I still don't understand why she's still there. I don't get it. Don't understand it. So Glastonbury, there's been lots of artists talking about Palestine. And the most outspoken one, and this is proper incitement, is Bob Vylan. Let's watch this space, see what happens to him. Just Google it, go on YouTube or whatever, see what he has to say. On stage, BBC recorded it as well. So it's not just the hundreds of thousands of people there on the event, or at the event I should say. The BBC streamed it to millions of people. Jeez. And before I go to this song as well, and Lucy Connolly is in jail where she should not be. She should not be in jail. It really guts me. And all, I'm at Dreamcatcher Radio. I was talking to Steve Little, the station manager, over the weekend, and about emphasising that we are for freedom of speech. It's very important to me, and it's very important should be to everybody. And Bob Vylan says that, recorded live by the BBC, and I don't know what sort of repercussions we'll get, if any. The Lucy Connolly should not be in jail. I'm a massive fan of Enya. I'm going to play a little bit of Enya just to calm it down a little bit. So here you go.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows? Only time. We got
Her music is amazing. It's very, very special music. Very special music. I love the genre, the type that it is, and it's just so warming. I absolutely love it. Now, here at Dreamcatcher Radio, we've got an exciting event coming on the 16th of August, which is going to be in Feltham. I'll explain a bit more about it, where we are streaming live from a local venue. It's going to be a community event. It's going to be free of charge to people that attend. They're going to be singing there, children's activities, and it's just going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm reading about all the different plans that we're making, and we're building on it at the moment. So it's going to be a great day out. So put it in the diary. So it'll be in Feltham, which is West London. You'll find out more information in due course with a website we can go to find out the particulars of what's going to be going on. But it's a family day. It's going to be really good fun. People can get on the radio. They can even make songs to play on the radio. And we've got, I believe, 6 or 7 presenters from Dreamcatcher Radio coming, which is going to be amazing. And I'm really, really looking forward to it.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See, I'll leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. In the deep, you have my heart inside.
There you go. There's a bit of a devil. At Dreamcatcher Radio, right, we've really got some amazing talented presenters. And some of them actually sing as well. And on the weekend, I found out that presenters that we've got here on Dreamcatcher Radio, Kim and Carl, it's their anniversary. So I thought, let's try and do something for them. So I spoke to Kayla, who's also on Dreamcatcher Radio. She does a show with Kerry on a Wednesday. I said, can you sing a song? And I'm just going to play it to you now. Hopefully it works. I'm going to try and hopefully kick in. So this is what she came up with. I just said, can you sing a song for us?
So this song is dedicated to Kim and Carl, who will have been married for 8 years. That's amazing. Happy anniversary, guys.
Oh, it's you, I know. You're the one I dream of. Looks into my eyes, takes me to the clouds above. Oh, I lose control, can't seem to get enough. When I wake from dreaming, tell me, is it really love? How will I know if you really love me? I say a prayer with every heartbeat. I fall in love whenever we meet. I'm asking you what you know about these things. How will I know if you're thinking of me? I try to phone, but I'm too shy, can't speak. Falling in love is all bittersweet. This love is strong, why do I feel weak? Oh, wake me, I'm shaking. Wish I had you near me now. Said there's no mistaking, what I feel is really love. How will I know? How will I know? How will I know? How will I know? How will I know if you really love me? I say a prayer with every heartbeat. I fall in love whenever we meet. I'm asking you what you know about these things. How will I know if you're thinking of me? I try to phone, but I'm too shy, can't speak. Falling in love is all bittersweet. This love is strong, why do I feel weak? If you love me, if you love me not, if you love me.
Happy anniversary, guys. Thank you, bye.
How lovely was that from our very own Kayla? So proud of that song. And then I asked our resident DJ, Andy, to mix it up. I'm going to play that to you shortly. The I was talking about freedom of speech, and I've just had a message come in, and the message is free speech no longer exists in society. It's part of the New World Order. It's quite interesting because I hear about New World Order for years now, and something called Gender 25. If the freedom to think is removed from the masses, then control is much easier. and it goes, and okay, I'm being stitched up here. Thank heavens for Dreamcatcher Radio. But people don't realise the importance of freedom of speech. It has no, it defines our society. We must be able to talk, even if people get offended, right? It's so easy to be offended. And what I don't understand is why it's so easy and why we're saying, oh, you can maybe say that word, but it depends on the context and the construct. I just want to talk normally. I want to be able to say what I like when I like. So free speech is so important. It's so important. You should not be going to prison for just hurting somebody, verbally, and, people get offended. I mean, it's insanity to think that you need to curtail free speech. People, in an ideal world, I'm not talking about rose-tinted glasses, that sort of stuff. Everybody gets along and that sort of thing, right? But people are not normal. It's a very subjective thing. But the Lucy Connolly case is so wrong, so wrong. I mean, how even the probation officer, I would love to see that report to their recommendations, because I would hasten to say, unless that probation officer was controlled as well, the recommendation would be a fine, little bit of community service, and that's it. So we really don't know what's gone on, and I don't understand, for such a high-profile case, why this is not being looked into more, because it's definitely policy, it's government policy, it's not judiciary, it's policy, and it frustrates the heck out of me. I want to be able to go and have barroom talk, and not to, people to say, oh, he's saying that. Can't say that. I get people whisper to me in bars now, because they want to say something, but they don't want it to be overheard by other people. I mean, that's outrageous. That's outrageous. Freedom of speech is so important. It is so important. Anyway, I'm going to play. I'm a massive fan of The Great Showman, as people will know here on Dreamcatcher Radio. I'm just going to play A Million Dreams. Let's hope we don't have to dream to have freedom of speech. That being said, what I will say, we clearly don't have it. We don't have it, and we've been built to not have it and get used to not having it.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. For the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes. Close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me awake.
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Dreams for the world we're gonna make.
For the world we're gonna make.
That's The Greatest Showman. I'm a massive fan of The Greatest Showman. We was talking about freedom of speech and the importance of freedom of speech. It is extremely important. I highly recommend, if people have the time, it's a bit of a boring watch if I'm perfectly honest, but it's on YouTube, is watch George Orwell 1984. There it will show you the vision that George Orwell had, and whilst it was missing all the gadgets and widgets that we have nowadays, it pretty much explains what's going on now. It's pretty scary when I watched it years ago. I wouldn't be surprised if it's been taken down, to be honest. So I was talking about Kayla doing her song. I then asked Andy, who's on tonight at 8 p.m, who's a DJ. Oh, such a nice man and such an amazing DJ. And he actually is doing fantastic work here on Dreamcatcher Radio, because he actually shares his show with other DJs and gets them on. And he's done it again tonight. He did a fantastic remix about musicals in I think it was the week before last. It's available on YouTube. And it is really clever work. Really clever work. It's the week before last show. Last week he invited a lady on who doesn't speak English, but she's an amazing DJ. I had to talk to her through using modern technology. Let me see if this is the right one, because Andy did one version, didn't like it, slept on it, and did another one. And I actually quite like them both, so I'm not too sure which one I'm playing. We'll have to wait and see. The second one, though, I must admit, is an improvement, and I really like it.
This song is dedicated to Kim and
This is the version that I wanted
who
to
will
play.
have been married for 8 years. That's amazing. Happy anniversary, guys.
Oh,
Happy anniversary, guys. Thank you, bye.
How amazing was that? I did ask Andy about the static, and he said he added it in as a feature. I'm not too sure if he's pranking me there, but I actually quite like it. I bought into it when he was telling me. But yeah, listen to his show at 8:00 tonight. It's going to be fantastic. It always is. It always is. He's consistently good, and he's available on TikTok and that sort of stuff. I'm sure he'll tell you what his TikTok account is when he's online later. I just had a message come through, and it said, Brad, when are you doing a barbecue? Now, it's true that I've not done many barbecues this year for various reasons, but the person that sent it I know very well, and I'm thinking, right, whilst I've got building works going on, that sort of stuff, his house is fine and perfectly ripe for a barbecue. I've been to his house once for a barbecue, probably more than that actually, probably a few times, and he always wants to come here to have a barbecue. And he always used to come to my old place as well. And it's like the guy that kind of like says, "Let's go to the pub," but geez, does he want to buy a round? He's always got an excuse. So I'm going to reply back to him. I'm going to make up a date that I'm not here, and then he can come to my barbecue.
J-Lo, ya tú sabes, no hay más nada.
It's a new generation
Mr. Worldwide,
of party people.
get on the floor, darling, get on. Red one.
Let me introduce you to my party people in the club.
I'm loose, and everybody knows I get off the train. Baby, it's the truth. I'm like Inception, I play with your brain, so don't sleep or snooze. I don't play no games, so don't get it confused, no, cause you will lose, yeah. Now pump it up and back it up like a Tonka truck. Darling.
If you go hard, you gotta get on the floor. If you're a party freak, then step on the floor. If you're an animal, then tear up the floor. Break the sweat on the floor, yeah, we work on the floor. Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. Pick your body up and drop it on the floor. Let the rhythm change your world on the floor. You know we're running shit tonight on the floor.
Brazil, Morocco, London to Ibiza, straight to LA, New York, Vegas to Africa.
Dance the night away, live your life and stay young on the floor. Dance the night away, grab somebody, drink a little more.
Así mismo, así me gusta, así me gusta, así me gusta.
Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. I know you got it, clap your hands on the floor. And keep on rocking, rock it up on the floor. If you're a criminal, kill it on the floor. Steal it quick on the floor. On the floor. Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. It's getting ill, it's getting sick on the floor. We never quit, we never rest on the floor. If I ain't wrong, we probably die on the floor.
Brazil, Morocco, London to Ibiza, straight to LA, New York, Vegas to Africa.
Dance the night away, live your life and stay young on the floor.
Dale, así me gusta.
Dance the night away, grab somebody, drink a little more.
Así me gusta, así me gusta, así me gusta.
Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor.
some chunky conk and watch a chico get Donkey Kong. Baby, if you ready for things to get heavy, I get on the floor and act a fool if you let me lie. Don't believe me, just bet me. My name ain't Keith, but I see the way you sweat me. L.A., Miami, New York, say no more, get on the floor.
Dance the night away, live your life and stay young on the floor. Dance the night away, grab somebody, drink a little more.
Whoop, whoop. It's Monday, folks. I hope you're going to have a good Monday and got lots of plans ahead. I'm still going to be catching up from Saturday. With good intentions, I did try to achieve what I want to achieve on the weekend. And I see on my phone already, my day is changing with various messages that I've got. So I'm going to try and dodge what I can today and crack on with what I should have done over the weekend. I did do some stuff, but I didn't do everything that I wanted to do. So on the 16th of August, we're doing an event in aid of the Starfish Angel Project, which is a fantastic charity, and also a local charity called Rise, which is a youth charity. We got the mayor coming from Hounslow. She's a newly elected mayor, and she's going to spend a couple of hours with us. Get on the radio. I'm pretty confident Steve will convince her to get on the radio. She doesn't know that yet. When they send you through a questionnaire that you have to fill in, and one thing I found really interesting, there's various boxes there. What sort of attire? There's not a box that says casual, so I just had to add in the email saying come as you like. So yeah, it's quite funny. I was watching some videos on the weekend as well. That's probably why I got distracted, I guess. Cats and activities that people capture on their home cameras. And it's so funny. So funny. They got proper ninja moves, man. They move so fast. Like proper funny stuff. And especially when they're having like play fights and that sort of stuff with other animals, maybe a dog or a cow. I saw one of them. I mean, a cat with a cow. And there's a trend going around at the moment, and it reminded me of my daughter on social media, where people are creating videos where shop workers are basically very rude to customers. And when my daughter was in university, she used to work for Sainsbury's, and she hated talking to customers. She found them so rude. I know she would never say the sort of things that these people are saying. However, she said to me, Dad, they can be vile, and so she avoids them like anything. So her job, she would tell me, avoid customers. She enjoyed her job apart from that.
Looking at you sideways, party on tilt. Ooh, certain things you just can't She wanna ride me like a cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. Then you're left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're a sunflower. I think your love would be too much, or you'd be left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower.
Every time I'm leaving on you, you don't make it easy, no. Wish I could be there for you. Give me a reason to. Oh, every time I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me to turn around. Fighting for my trust and you won't back down. Even if we gotta risk it all right now. I know you're scared of the unknown. You don't wanna be alone. I know I always come and go, but it's out of my control. And you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. I think your love would be too much, or you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower.
There we go. I've got a song request. I don't normally do on this Monday morning show. I leave it to Marcel. But I'm going to play this for her. And it's a funny little story. And I was in a town centre one day, just minding my own business, and there's a small group of people shouting and screaming at each other. And like I normally do, I no longer mind my own business and get involved. And I saw a guy that, looked like he was in distress, and a young lady there who was shouting and screaming, and this other guy was shouting and screaming back, and there was lots of cussing, as you can imagine. So I walked over and said, "What's going on?" And there's people around, like filming this and that sort of stuff. And he said, the guy said, "This man's been harassing us for years." And, you can tell he was like really, really, in fear. And this guy was threatening to do all sorts of things to them. And so he was shaking and all this sort of stuff. And the girl was crying, as well as, expressing her opinions back to this guy, who looked like he was insane, to be honest. So I grabbed them both and I said, "Where are you parked?" And thankfully, they weren't parked that far away. So I escorted them to the car and said, "Here's my number. Tell me what's going on." And so they moved off. I said, "Just get out of the area." And they called me with the guy's wife and explained this story about this guy who's been spray painting references about them over the town, and basically he's just harassing them over a wheelchair he lent them for the daughter, and apparently they returned it with a broken wheel. And he wanted £6,000 to repair this wheelchair, which was probably worth about 50 quid. And they explained the history of it. I said, "Okay, let's get an injunction against this guy to stop him from harassing you." So we filed an application at the High Court for an injunction. We didn't know his address or anything like that, but the court managed to find his address. And because, based on what they told me, his character is like outrageous. I mean, I witnessed it, and I just said to, because they were really nervous when we were at the High Court, and there was a lady judge there, can't remember her name, and so I said, "Just don't say anything. We've got the paperwork in. Let him argue with the judge." And boy, did this guy! I don't think I can say it on a Monday. Got a new a-hole torn to him by the judge. It was magnificent to witness. So happy birthday, Michelle. This is for you.
life is brilliant. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. She smiled at me on the subway. She was with another man, but I won't lose no sleep on that, 'cause I've got a plan. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. Yes, she caught my eye as we walked on by. She could see from my face that I was fucking high, and I don't think that I'll see her again, but we shared a moment that will last till the end. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. La, la, la. La, la, la. La, 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 la. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. There must be an angel with a smile on her face when she thought up that I should be with you. But it's time to face the truth. I will never be with you.
I even selected the radio edit version of that there, and then James Blunt gets to say what he likes or sings what he likes, and I try and dance around saying what I like. Anyway, but there you go. I apologise if it offends anybody, but it did say radio edit on my end. We was talking about so basically this guy got injuncted, and the police started getting involved now because apparently he was well known in the area for being antisocial, and the council evicted him from his house and he moved out of the area, and that was the last they heard from him. Song I'm going to play next, right, is I'll just give you a bit of backstory to this song. It's Pink, Dear Mr. President. This relates to George W. Bush, and this is a fantastic song, I believe, because it tells a story and it's asking questions. Not that he listened, but anyway, I actually like this song.
La da da, la da da. Dear Mr. President, come take a walk with me. Let's pretend we're just two people and you're not better than me. I'd like to ask you some questions if we can speak honestly. What do you feel when you see all the homeless on the street? Who do
you pray for at night before you go to sleep? What do you feel when you look in the mirror? Are you proud? How do you sleep while the rest of us cry? How do you dream when a mother has no chance to say goodbye? How do you walk with your head held high? Can you even look me in the eye and tell me why? La da da, la da da da. Dear Mr. President, were you a lonely boy? Are you a lonely boy? How can you say no child is left behind? We're not dumb and we're not blind. They're all sitting in your cells while you pave the road to hell. What kind of father would take his own daughter's rights away? And what kind of father might hate his own daughter if she were gay? I can only imagine what the First Lady has to say. You've come a long way from whiskey and cocaine. How do you sleep while the rest of us cry? How do you dream when a mother has no chance to say goodbye? How do you walk with your head held high? Can you even look me in the eye? Let me tell you about hard work, minimum wage with a baby on the way. Let me tell you about hard work, rebuilding your house after the bombs took them away. Let me tell you about hard work, building a bed out of a cardboard box. Let me tell you about hard work, hard work, hard work. You don't know nothing about hard work, hard work, hard work. How do you sleep at night? How do you walk with your head held high? Dear Mr. President, you'd never take a walk with me. Would you?
So that was Dear Mr. President by Pink. It's interesting, really, because President Bush was known for taking drugs and being an alcoholic, and he did all sorts of like various small crimes when he was younger. But he was brought up to be the president for the United States. Obviously, there was George Bush Senior, and it's quite interesting because obviously you've got President Trump in office at the moment in America, and how many felons has he got? How many convictions has he got? It's unbelievable. You could not make this up. You really couldn't. Anyway, we got Rud Stewart, R-U-D Stewart, joining us tomorrow to host a regular show on Dreamcatcher Radio. His name is Michael from Sweden, and he does an act as Rod Stewart, and he has the same sort of hairstyle and everything. And I've watched some of his shows that he sent me. He's actually really, really good, and he partners up with other people as well. So in aid of that, I'm just going to play a bit of Rod Stewart.
You stole my soul, and that's a pain I can do without. All I needed was a friend to lend a guiding hand, but you turned into a lover and mother. What a lover, you wore me out. All you did was wreck my bed, and in the morning kick me in the head. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. You led me away from home, 'cause you didn't want to be alone. You stole my heart, I couldn't leave you if I tried. I suppose I could collect my books and get on back to school, or steal my daddy's cue and make a living out of playing fool, or find myself a rock and roll band that needs a helping hand. Oh, Maggie, I wished I'd never seen your face. You made a first-class fool out of me, but I'm as blind as a fool can be. You stole my heart, but I love you anyway.
I'm salivating at the thought of barbecues, and I just brought back some memories because I love barbecuing, I really do, and I love smoking meat as well, and I love all the preparation and organising of it all, and I love it when people come around. I can actually barbecues, like you go to some people's barbecues, everything's burnt. It is a skill. It is a skill, and I think I've mastered it. And it just reminded me of some people we met in Mexico many years ago, Bill and Robin from Texas. And we become really good friends and flew out to their house. They come to stay at our house as well. And it was fantastic. And he said, "Do you know how to smoke meat?" I never even heard of it before. And so we said it takes a long, long time. And in our neighborhood, we decide on a day, which is normally a Saturday, and we all organize to smoke meat in the garden. And it's really bizarre sort of setup, right? So they start at like 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever time they start. So when they start 4, 3, whatever it may be. So they marinate their beef, mainly beef, the night before, using various different spices. So everybody, they convened, they have like a mother's meeting and say, I'm doing this, you're doing that, and we're doing that. So I walked out in the morning, I looked to my left, I can see the smoker running there. Look to my right, I can see the smoker running there. There's about 4 or 5 houses of them smoking meat. And it's really, really fascinating. And also as well, that sort of time of the morning as well, they've got the beers out and all that sort of jazz. And so I'm there, I'm looking at them, I'm seeing, all their preparation, massive joints of meat. And we'd all come together then and enjoy, the barbecue, which would normally start at, say, around 11. It probably started at that time in the morning, in all fairness, because they were all talking to each other and that sort of thing. And it was fascinating, absolutely fascinating. One of them was a doctor that dealt with stints. And he had quite a few beers, and he was on call. And he got called out to do stints, basically. And he left to go and do what he had to do and come back. And I'm thinking, you've had about 10 beers. And anyway, everything was well and good, and enjoyed the rest of his day. I was thinking, wow. Actually, it's not actually a funny story, because it was quite scary as well. The one guy decided, and he was a scientist as well, he wanted to go on the roof and see if he could see his house. And, needless to say, he fell off the roof. And in America, the fire brigade are also the ambulance service. And so they come out, and thankfully he was all okay. But it was pretty scary at the time, but he laughed it off afterwards. He actually later went on, the following night, he went missing for something like 6 hours in the woods. And somehow he got home. Again, alcohol related. And funny stories. But yeah, I love smoking meat now. Okay, here we go. Where the buttons don't work. Maybe they do.
I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Hercules and his gifts, and Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fist. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. But she said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. And the myths, the testaments they told, the moon and its eclipse, and Superman unrolls the suit before he lived. But I'm not the kind of person that it fits. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can miss. I want something just like this. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, Where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this.
I've actually had the pleasure of meeting Chris Martin at his house with his wife. I can't remember her name. She's an actress. I know that much. Yeah, it's long ago though, so forgive me for that. Gwyneth Paltrow, I think it is, isn't it? Gwyneth Paltrow, maybe. I don't know. They both very nice. A friend of mine was a project manager refurbishing their house, and invited me along to have a look at it. And it was very, very nice. Very, very nice. What was I going to say? Oh yes, talking about barbecues, America, and that sort of thing. Do you know, right, that most Americans will never ever have a passport in their life? They never leave the country. I found that absolutely fascinating. And it's interesting talking to them. They talk about where they move to different states as if they're moving to a different part of the world. And America is so insular and, in my opinion, quite ignorant people, because they believe everything they see on the news and on the TV, and are like, it's actually a very controlled society in some respects. Where basically, you're fed what you're told, and even if you move from Fox, CNN, or whatever, or read different newspapers, the narrative is pretty much like it is that they try and tell you it's a different. They're giving you different opinions, the real news, and all this sort of stuff, and the real agenda. But it really is the same story, but just told differently. I used to watch Alex Jones quite a lot in America, who has continued his career as what you best describe as a conspiracy theorist, and he is a bit of a nut job, if I'm perfectly honest. But that being said, he's a muckraker as well. But he's made millions. But not too long ago, he got sued, didn't he? And got sued, and the other side got awarded over $1 billion. Where they get these numbers from is well beyond me. Well beyond me. But anyway, going back to Texas. So one evening we were going out, and this neighborhood is proper white picket fence. I would probably class it as an upper class neighborhood, but everything's clean and tidy. I mean, tumbleweed you'd notice. We decided to go in the woods in four-wheelers. So I borrowed my friend's four-wheeler, and so we all go, a group of us, and of course, what do we have to take with us? Guns. And we're driving through these woods, and this mad scientist is like bumping in the back of me, and I'm thinking he's going to break my mate's four-wheeler, and so I pulled along the side to let him go in front of me. And the funniest thing ever, and I know the answer to this afterwards, but at the time I thought, what the hell was going on? Is he like just really, really drunk? And he's bouncing, going straight forward. You have a very clear path, and he's bouncing left and right off these trees. And I'm thinking, oh my days, he's going to harm himself or something like that. We eventually get to the destination. He actually flipped it once as well, and we pulled it back up and that sort of thing. some of these four wheelers are so impressive. One of the guys, the doctor guy who's doing these stints, he's only young, the gorgeous wife, and he got a massive four wheeler. He spent like $25,000 on it, but it was impressive. Apparently, it could do about 100 miles an hour. I mean, who would do that on a four wheeler? I'm guessing it's probably just as safe as a motorbike. Anyway, so we get there, and eventually, and Bill said to me, I said, Bill, do you know, because they were just carrying on, and I'm behind this guy, and I said, Bill, he's bouncing off trees and that sort of thing. Yeah. It's because he can't see properly. His eyes, his vision is very, very poor. And I said, why did you let him come out then? He said, well, because he insisted. Here's a request. I know I told you I don't do requests, but here's a request here. So I'm just going to play it. and then actually, just before I play the song, and me, right, because I'm not used to handling guns, I get handed a gun, and Bill is a vet, and I do the stupidest thing ever, and it's so embarrassing. So I start shooting this gun, right, and the ricochet you get is actually quite big, and the only other thing I've done is clay pigeon shooting, and so I'm there handling the gun, and I then point the gun back to the group, as to say I'm done now, and everybody ducked. do you know today is National Social Media Day? It always intrigues me about this sort of stuff. But why do you need a National Social Media Day? Social Media Day was launched by the popular website Mashable back in 2010 and often sees fans of the site going to real-life meetups. Do you know one thing I find really interesting about social media is how many people have so many different platforms, and not only how they maintain them is whether or not they share different content, or do they understand their audiences, and if their audience is different. I kind of get it that it's important to be on all social media's platforms if you're a business or you're an individual selling services and that sort of stuff. But how do you keep up? I can't. I find it almost mission impossible, to be honest, to keep up with messages and all that sort of stuff. And then I get moaned at for not replying and all this sort of thing as well. It was almost as if that, it's a 24-hour operation. And I sometimes think, I just want to be left alone. Please leave me alone. And I'll get back to you tomorrow or something like that. And then I forget to get back to the person or persons. Okay, another way to celebrate Social Media Day is to try out some new platforms. What do you choose from? There's so many platforms out there, isn't there? There's so many platforms. Hey, this is a funny little story. So you got Truth Social, yeah, which is Donald Trump's platform. And he's always moaning about China and all this sort of thing, right? I watched a funny video a couple of months back because Donald Trump's got all sorts of merch. Can you believe he's got merch? President of the United States has got merch. And everything's made in China. Would you believe it? Oh, man, this world is back. Crazy. Anyway, I'm going to play this song here. And I'm a massive fan of this song because it tells such an important message. And it's by Michael Jackson.
What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain? What about killing fears? Is there a time? What about all the things that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we shed before? Did you ever stop to notice this crying earth, this weeping shore? We've done. What about all the peace that you pledged your only son? What about flowering fields? Is there a time? What about all the dreams that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the children dead from war? Did you ever stop to notice this crying earth, this weeping shore?
such a legend, such a wonderful song as well. I also remember he did What About Us as well. And I actually do believe Michael Jackson was just a misunderstood person. Very, very unique. He was definitely, in my opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion, as not a Jimmy Savile. And in America is very, very litigious, which basically means that everybody wants to sue everybody. Talk about freedom of speech and that sort of thing. The defamation case is like a riot in America, and we're feeling that. You know, as I always say to people, if America catches a cold, we feel it. We feel it. And so I just believe he was a misunderstood individual. And if you watch a documentary on Michael Jackson, and where it explains his childhood and his abuse that he suffered, and he come through all that, and you wonder why he wanted to help kids and build a playground at his house. Because, you know, I can relate to that in terms of you just want to be nice to people. And so that's what I think anyway. And I do truly believe that. There's a new documentary coming out next year. I don't know when. So watch out for it, about how Michael Jackson died. And, you know, which I thought, you know, is very, very tragic. And the cover-up, apparently. This is what it's about. So watch out for that next year. Anyway, let's play a bit of Westlife.
Everybody's looking for that something, one thing that makes it all complete. You find it in the strangest places you never knew it could be. Some find it in the face of their children, some find it in their lover's eyes. Who can deny the joy it brings when you found that special thing? You're flying without wings. Some find you cheering every morning, some in their solitary night. You find it in the words of others. A simple line can make you laugh or cry. You find it in the deepest friendships, the kind you cherish all your life. And when you know how much that means, you found that special thing. You're flying without wings. So impossible as they may seem, you've got to fight for every dream. Hard to know which one you let go would have made you complete. Well, for me, it's waking up beside you,
I'm flying without wings. I wonder what that actually means. I'm guessing you're, in your element without a set of wings. It's National Meteor Day today. I'm so interested in the solar system, and there's a guy that I'm a massive fan of, and his name is Brian Cox. I've just managed to find something. I can normally not find stuff, but I found it in my folder here. Brian Cox is a fascinating character. I'll show you a couple of little clips. Sorry, I'll play a couple of little clips here now of Brian Cox explaining stuff. And he's such a nice guy, Let me try and find the first one and see if it will play for us. And have a listen to.
What is the one fact about the universe that blows your mind the most? One is just the size and scale of it. I mean, in the piece of the universe we can see there are something like roughly 2 trillion galaxies. We haven't counted them all, but that's an estimate based on surveys of the local universe. 2 trillion, 2,000 billion galaxies. And each galaxy is, let's say, around the size of the Milky Way. Some are bigger, some are smaller, but the Milky Way has 400 billion stars in it. It takes light over 100,000 years to cross a galaxy, and there are 2 trillion of them in the piece of the universe we can see. And we're very sure that that piece that we can see is a small bit of what may be an infinite universe beyond. We don't know, actually. And I always say, don't get worried about that because nobody can picture it. It is impossible to visualize the scale of the universe.
It's so true, right? You just try and imagine that there's all these planets beyond planets, beyond planets, beyond planets. Just try and picture that in your head. How you could even... I mean, one thing I can say, I do believe that America didn't go to the moon. That's one thing. But anyway, that's a sideshow. I think it was all staged to show their power and ability to do sort of stuff. But just imagine what we apparently know at the moment, and just imagine what we don't know. And what we know at the moment is very, very limited anyway. It's mind-boggling to me. Anyway, here's another clip from Brian Cox here talking about something else. Let me just see if it will play for us. Please be nice.
Do you know that Japan is going to make a space elevator by the end of 2025, which will take people 36,000 kilometers away from Earth into space? You may think it sounds like science fiction when you hear this, but it's true. Friends, Japan's Obayashi Corporation, which is a construction company, says that the work on this space elevator will start by the end of 2025. This space elevator will be connected by carbon nanotube cables that reach 36,000 kilometers from Earth, which are 20 times stronger than steel. And to support the elevator cable in space, 2 large satellites will be combined to make a base station, which will be able to withstand the weight of the entire elevator system. Let me tell you that in 2018, scientists from Shizuoka University tested a mini elevator in space, and now this full project will begin based on that research by the end of 2018-2025, and it is expected to be completed by 2050. 30 passengers will be taken at once with the help of this space elevator, which will reach space after about 7 days of travel.
Can you believe that? It is actually mind-boggling that well, basically the whole project is mind-boggling really to me. Whole space thing. This is the thing about society as well. I was watching a video the other day about this guy putting his proposition forward about flat Earth and how the Earth's flat and it's obvious, all this sort of thing. And he came across quite convincing and that sort of stuff. And it always baffles me. Why do we have so many contradictions in life? Why do things are so difficult? What is actually the truth? It's hard to get to nowadays, isn't it?
machine when I do it. I'll be catching fire, gasoline when I do it. Just 'cause you're packing, whoop down sound. That don't mean I'm never gonna take it lying down, baby. You're the man, but I got the power. You make rain, but I make it shower. You should know I'm the one who's in control. I let you come take the wheel long as you don't forget.
Who got the power?
My turn. I make this look easy. Tick boom like gasoline. If they call me Lamborghini, 'cause I know just what I'm worth. It's a 0 to 100, but my body make 'em stutter. Stop my engine, push the button, 'cause I'm gon' be coming first. Yeah, I'm a machine when I do it. I'll be catching fire, gasoline when I do it. Just 'cause you're packing, whoop down south. That don't mean I'm never gonna take it lying down, baby. You're the man, but I got the power. You make rain, but I make it shower. You should know I'm the one who's in control. I let you come take the wheel long as you don't forget.
Who got the power? Who got the power?
Check it. When them boys talk loose and tell you power's for a king, you just play it cool and tell them power's not a thing. You look them in the eye and say, I know I'm not a guy, but see there's power in my losses and there's power in my wins. Independent woman looking shower in your bins. They call me Cocoa Butter Mike, you can't be powder in my skin. And you don't need to spend another hour in the gym. You know I'm blinded by his grace, but when you found me I was dim. We'll be counting down the years, yeah I'm about this. All them dirty secrets that we share, I'll clear the browsers. We the type to build on our careers and share the houses. You can be a woman and a boss and wear the trousers at the same time. That I ain't never letting go. But as long as I'm alive, then I'll be sponsoring your pride. You know there's power in the couple, let me compliment your vibe, girl.
It's National Can You Take My Child to Work today. And one thing I find quite interesting on social media, a lot of people build their platforms on controversy. So you take Andrew Tate, for example, who believes that men are better than women. He'll deny it, but basically that's his principle. There's so much evidence, and he's published so many videos about what he believes, how you should control a woman. And you've got like Simon Squibb, who has a massive platform as well, and it appears to be helping a lot of people. But also his view is on education. He believes that school is a waste of time. I totally disagree. It teaches you how to communicate and how to engage and prepare yourself for adult life. There's many things it does miss in education here in the UK. Specifically, I'm talking about because I've got personal first-hand knowledge of it. But education is really important to learn how to talk to one another, learn how to listen to a teacher who has more knowledge than you, most likely. Hey, actually, do you know, just something else. Do you know about that council that's controlled by Reform? The leader of the council, by default, is 18 years old. Jeez, how did that come about? Anyway, I'm going off topic. Just look it up. Anyway, in control of some thousands of staff, 18 years old, and because the previous leader quit and left him to it. Imagine that. But education is really important. More so for me is the ability to communicate with one another. Its engagement is so important. I know so many very educated people, but their communication skills are so bad, because they just keep themselves isolated. They really do. And it's sad. I call them educated idiots, personally. Here's a song here by Ryan Kershaw, who's going to be a presenter on Dreamcatcher Radio very, very soon. And he's also joining us on the 16th of August, Fairy of New York. I've not heard this song before, so I'm looking forward to listening to this.
It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. An old man said, son, you won't see another one. Then he sang a song, the rare old Mountain Dew. I turned my eyes away and thought about you. Got an unlucky one, came in at 8 to 1. I've got a feeling this year's for me and you. Happy Christmas. How I love you, baby. It's gonna be good times when all our dreams come true. They got cars big as bars, they got rivers of gold, but the wind goes right through you's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on a cold Christmas Eve, and you promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome and pretty, queen of New York City. When the band finished playing, they howled out for more. Sinatra was swinging, and all the drunks they were singing, and we kissed on the corner, and we danced through the night. And the boys in the NYPD choir still singing, go away babe, and the bells are ringing out on Christmas Day. I could have been someone, and so could anyone. I took my dreams from you when I first met you. Kept them with me, babe, and I put them with my own. Can't make it all alone. I've built my dreams around you. And the boys in the NYPD choir still singing, go away babe, and the bells are ringing out on Christmas Day. Oh, I love you baby, it's gonna be a good time when all our dreams come true. You're a bum, you're a punk, you're an old whore junk, laying there almost dead on the drip in the bed. You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy maggot. Happy Christmas, you're ours. I pray God it's all lost. And the boys in the NYPD choir still singing, go away, babe. And the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. How I love you, baby. Gonna be good times when all our dreams come true.
So that was Ryan Kershaw. Wow. The totally different voice to what I recognise. I've actually seen him live before as well. And like I say, he's coming on to our event on the 16th of August and going to be performing there. And I'm looking forward to catching up with him. He actually runs a record label called Red Tangent Records. I think it's called Red Tangent Records. That's it. And look them up. He's looking for new artists. So if you're an artist, go to their website, just Google Red Tangent Records. He comes up on most social medias as official Ryan Kershaw, so you'll be able to find him there. Lovely man. And I know he's coming up very soon with an interview with Ray Coates on Dreamcatcher Radio. They had a opportunity to catch up, and he's going to be on very, very shortly talking about his record label and music in general, is my understanding. So watch this space with Ryan, and I'm wishing him the world because he's got so many ideas. He's so creative, really is, and such a lovely, lovely man. Do you know what? I cannot believe we're coming to the end of this show. It's gone so quickly. It really has. We've got Marcel coming up next. Let me see if I can find his jingle for you to explain a little bit about his show. He's a busy.
Welcome to Mid Mornings with Marcel on Dreamcatcher Radio. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Fridays, 10 a.m. until midday. Join us and we welcome song requests, interviews and insightful chats and debates. We're looking to build a community and share and discuss real life issues. We'll also be hosting a quiz based on various music and cryptic clues throughout the show. And who knows what else. Turn on, tune in, and let's evolve together.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have played that clip actually, because he may play that on his show, may not know that I've just played it. But that explains what his show's about. He does music requests and he does a couple of quizzes there. So his show is coming up very, very shortly here on Dreamcatcher Radio. So enjoy. Thank you for your time listening today. Really appreciate it. Dreamcatcher Radio, freedom of speech radio station.
Oh,